So if I go and do this now, I'll actually get, like I said, only the ID. But what if I want more information, for instance, for a specific order? Here I actually want the actual customer in there. It's not enough with just the ID. I want the actual customer when I'm going in and getting a specific order compared to getting all orders, right? So this is a real use case. This is a real issue. If we want to get back all orders, we don't want all the information. But when I get back a single order, give me more information. Give me the entire customer. That's what we're going to fix this lesson. So let's try and go back to the code. Inside the code here, we're going down to the service layer, because this is actually something we can fix now in the service layer without making any other changes. Inside the order service here, we have the get with the ID right here. And what we're doing right now is we're using the order repository to get the actual entity right there. So what we're going to do is we're going to, before we convert it, we're actually going to ask the unit of work to also get us the customer using the unit of work's customer repository to get, and then using the order entity's ID right here, or customer ID right here. There we go. So that's all I had to do. Now I'm actually, instead of using the include, I actually have a choice in the business logic layer how my code should, how my different methods should actually respond. So I'm saying if I do get, I want to first get the actual order entities that I want to grab, right? So I have that available now. With that order entity, I can go and actually add the specific customer. Now I'm adding the customer object using this entity, and then I can actually return the entire object right here. So let's try and run this and see if it actually works, because I might have a problem if I don't have a customer ID. That shouldn't never be allowed. But right now I might have a problem. So let's just try and run it and see if everything runs as expected for the get. Now notice the get all still returns everything, but only with customer ID. But this guy actually returns the actual order with the customer object inside it. Only IDs for the get all, order, customer object for the get with a specific ID. Let's try and see this running. So again, going for the orders here again, doing a send, getting back everything without the customer. But when I go in and specify, I actually want a very specific customer. Okay, there you go. Now you're getting back the actual customer. Notice, let's try for number 3. Let's try for number 6. Notice how fast this is now, because it's okay now to get this back for the single order, but not for all orders. You see the difference here? You have to learn this. The difference is, how much data do we want to return? That depends on the system you're building. That depends on the page you're on. That depends on the customer's view of your application. If he wants to see all orders on one page, then maybe it's not a good idea to grab all the customer information in that call. If he wants to see single orders, only 50 orders, maybe that will make sense anyway. But that's business logic information. And now you guys have the choice right here to select. Forget all, I want to say return everything, but only do it with the ID for the customers. But for this guy, I can actually just add on top and say, I actually want to, when I do this, I want to add the customers as well. Sweet. I could even do this down here as well. You can play around with that yourself, but I could actually go in here and say with the get all, I want all of them to actually have the real customer data without again changing anything in the entity or the repository layer. So good job. See you in the next lesson where we'll do even more of this.